Hi everyone, welcome to my coaching tip today. I think it's day 16 or 17, I've lost track really. I'm going to start off with a golfing question today, and I'm going to give the answer before we do the coaching tip, because the answer or the person in question is relevant to the coaching tip I'm going to give you later. So the question is, which English golfer won the British Open 3 times through the 30s and 40s? Okay, so I'll come back to that a little bit later. I mentioned yesterday that we'd had a problem with our server, so I know quite a few of you received my newsletter, but I know that probably some of you haven't, so all of you should receive it today at some point. If you don't for any reason, please contact me. I'm sorry to labour the point, but within the newsletter obviously are the 2 raffles which close this weekend. We're doing the draw at 6 o'clock on Sunday. So the coaching package, 6 1-hour lessons with me, is one of the prizes, $295 of value, so lucky you, whoever wins that. And then the shop credit up to £500, if we take that amount of money, will be the main prize. Any monies above that, then we'll give out smaller prizes as well on top of that. To buy tickets, very simple, £5 each. MikeHenningGolf@gmail.com. Just contact me please. You can either go in one or both raffles, it's entirely up to you. So back to the question that I posed, who won 3 British Opens? Of course it was Henry Cotton. He was the finest English golfer before Nick Faldo came along in the 80s and 90s. In 1934 I think it was Cotton's first victory in the British Open, which I think was at Royal Sandwich, where of course it was meant to be this year. He shot 65 in the second round, which was phenomenal at the time, and Dunlop produced a ball called the 65 later on, the 65i, in recognition of this feat. Some of you will remember that it used to come in a individually wrapped packet, black packet I think it was, and you undid it, and it was a bit like sort of opening a new Concorde. There's a lovely white ball inside this this wrapper. So that's where that golf ball came from. Cotton was an amazingly hard worker at the game. Huge work ethic, and he had a really neat, tidy golf swing, underneath plane in today's standards, but slightly cut wrist at the top, a bit like Hogan after his accident. I've got 2 of Cotton's instructional books, which I've devoured page to page on hundreds of occasions. He was a great shaper of the ball. In those days with old equipment, they were field players and shaped the ball down the fairways rather than just trying to crunch it off the tee like today. 320 yards, which is what they all tend to do now. So he was a fantastic golfer, and when he retired in 60 something I think it was, he set up a golf school and a golf foundation down at Penina in Portugal. And his school of pros that used to go to him, I can't remember what the name of them was, I think it was a collective name for this group, used to go and see him on a regular basis. And I think likes of Maurice Benbridge, Brian Huggett, Neil Coles might have been part of it, Brian Barnes, people like that. I tried to find the information, but I couldn't find out, so I'm relying on my memory. But anyway, they used to go and see him, and one of the exercises that Cotton really advocated was hitting a rubber tyre, a car tyre. So when I read this in his books many years ago, I of course went and got one at the local garage, and I spent hours and hours whacking this rubber tyre to try and develop or to deliver the club back at square at impact. These days we don't need a tyre because it makes us a racket, so we've got what we call strike bags. They come flat packed, so they are easy to assemble. You just fill them up with towels or something like that and pad it out, and it has exactly the same benefit as a rubber tyre, just doesn't make as much noise. It's a very instinctive exercise, which is what Cotton realised, and to deliver this up the back of the ball, I don't need to hit it very hard, we're not trying to break the club in any way, but to deliver it up the back of this strike bag, I need to get the body out of the way. The body is transferring forward, as we discussed yesterday, and I have to come at the ball from the correct angle to deliver that right into the back of that bag. If I come at it from the inside and hit up, or the other way, come from too steep an angle, I'm going to hit it with a glancing blow. And if the club head comes in and hits it on its own, the shock of that will be absorbed just from the club head, and it literally would come out of our hands. So for the shock to be absorbed through the club head, the shaft, the left arm and the body, everything has to arrive at the right time, and there's impact position. If you get one of these when we're back in business, you can take it to the range, just do that 3 or 4 times, then put a proper ball down and try and replicate the same movement. So really good drill. It's as good today as when he recommended this, 50, 60 years ago. So there's the coaching tip of the day. Hope you're all well. Have a super weekend. This is the last video this week. I'll commence again next Monday. Again, if you have any questions about your own swing, please just contact me at my email address, mikehenninggolf@gmail.com. I sent a pupil a video specific to his swing yesterday privately. There's no charge for it. I can answer any question. If you want to send me any videos of your swing, you're very welcome. That's it. Have a great weekend and look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.